Hi, this is Rich Bond, your certified mortgage consultant with Benchmark Mortgage. First off, let me congratulate you for taking the time to watch this short video. We all know that credit scores are important, and we know it's really important to manage them right because they determine so many parts of our lives. Now, let's talk about investing in a home. This is one of the most exciting times in your life. It's very important that as you consider this step, you do as much as you can to prepare for your investment. Let's spend a little time talking about credit. We've all heard of a FICO score. That simple phrase, that four-letter word, will cause some people to shudder with dread, and others are going to swell their chests with pride going, I have an 840. What does this three-digit number really do for you? This number can determine whether you get your home, how much your initial investment is, how much your monthly investment will be. So you need to do what you can to ensure you get the best credit score possible. And let me tell you, on a side note, it's more than just about credit. Let's say that you're trying to get auto insurance in some states. Let's say you're trying to get a raise or a promotion. They check your credit for that too. Now, trying to raise your FICO score is like getting into good physical shape. It takes a bit of time, and you're not going to see your results overnight. But a bit of time and work are going to pay off. An excellent credit score is going to allow you to get the lowest interest rate on loans of all types, including auto loans and mortgages. And likewise, a poor or a low credit score will either cause you to pay a high interest rate or not even qualify for that loan at all. While there's no quick fix to raise your credit score, there are steps that you can take that will improve it. Okay, let's go over those first. 1, pay your bills on time. Yeah, I know. It seems kind of obvious, but delinquent and past due payments have a major negative impact on your credit score. If you've missed payments, get current and stay current. The longer you pay your bills on time, the better your credit score will be. Now, if you're seriously delinquent and you're looking to apply for a loan, I'm going to highly recommend that you speak to a credit professional who can advise you on the best way to do this. If you pay off a collection account, it's not going to remove it from your credit report. Now, this is something that's really counterintuitive. Let's say that you have a collection account. It's 5.5 years old. You're thinking, well, I need to go pay this off in order to get a better credit score. That's not what you want to do. You need to speak to a credit professional about the right way to pay it off, because by paying that 5.5-year-old collection off, you might actually be hurting your cause. Are you having trouble making your payments? You need to contact your creditors yourself or go to a legitimate credit counselor. There are a lot of people online that say that they're credit counselors. Heck, there's a lot of credit repair and credit restoration people out there. They're not all created equally. I was speaking with a friend of mine who does credit repair, Joe Orsak, and he tells me all the time about the huge fines that are levied against these sham credit repair companies. You need to make sure you're using somebody who is reputable and professional. So let's say you've got some credit and you want to manage your credit responsibly. Let's talk about your outstanding balances. Keep your balances low on your credit cards and similar credit accounts, like your furniture store payments. High outstanding balances are going to affect your credit score. Let me give you a more concrete example. Let's say you've got a $1,000 credit limit on one of your cards. Don't ever let your balance go above $250. Why? When that balance goes above $250, you have a greater proportion of your credit outstanding to your total balances, and the credit score model, well, they look at that as a bad thing. Pay off debt. Don't move it around. When I was younger, my mom had a cartoon on the refrigerator. It said, I think it was Kathy, and it said, can I pay off my Visa with my MasterCard? That's not the greatest idea. You're going to be paying lots of fees and even higher interest. Don't apply for credit cards that you don't need. Every time I walk through the airport, through a stadium, through the mall, it seems like people are trying to get me to apply for credit cards. I don't need those cards. I'm not going to apply for them. They're not going to help my score. They're going to end up in annual fees. And when I close those things later, guess what's going to happen? It's going to hurt my score. If you've been managing credit for a short time, don't go open a lot of new accounts too rapidly. New accounts are going to lower your average account age, which will also have a larger effect on your score if you don't have a lot of other credit history. Also, a rapid account buildup, that looks really risky if you're a new credit user. So let's say that you're looking for some new credit. You're looking for a mortgage or a credit card or a car. Do your rate shopping for a given loan within a short period of time. The credit score algorithms distinguish between a search for a single loan and a search for many new credit lines, partially by the length of time over which the credit inquiries happen. Second, reestablish your credit history if you've had problems in the past. Opening new accounts responsibly and making timely payments will raise your score over time. Now, it is perfectly fine to request your own credit report. In fact, I'm going to say it's not only perfectly fine, it's your responsibility. You can go to this website. It's annualcreditreport.com. Okay, don't go to freecreditreport.com or getmycreditreportfree.com. Those aren't free. They're going to charge you. They're going to want credit cards. You can go to annualcreditreport.com. Now, they're going to try to upsell you all sorts of different things that you don't need to buy. You can get your 3 major bureaus at no cost. You want to check that over. And if you have questions, contact me. I'll look at it with you. Okay, this is not going to affect your score as long as you order your credit report directly from the agency or an authorized consumer credit report service. Now, let's talk about a couple of other things. Let's only apply for and open new credit when needed. Don't open accounts just to have a better credit mix. Most of the time, it's not going to raise your score. Their new accounts are going to drop it. Okay, you have to have credit cards. Have 2 or 3. Manage them responsibly. In general, having credit cards and installment loans, paying them on time, raises your score. Someone with no credit cards is viewed as a higher risk than someone who's managed credit cards reasonably well for more than a year. Now, I always recommend having 2 or 3 cards. I recommend you use 1 card for your gasoline, 1 card for your grocery shopping, and 1 card stays in the freezer in case of emergencies. Now, when you're using the card with for gasoline or the one for groceries, take it out of your account just like you were writing a check or using your debit card, and then pay it off as soon as the bill shows up. Finally, closing an account doesn't make it disappear. I had a customer come in who said, hey, I closed that account. It shouldn't be hurting my credit report anymore. No, it's still there. In fact, a closed account shows, and it's considered by the score. It can hurt your credit score as it decreases the amount of available credit, and it can also, if it's a long-standing account, it'll take away the average age of your credit. Now, these are just a few tips on getting your best score. For more tips on increasing your credit score or just getting yourself in the financial shape to invest in your new home, feel free to contact me. You can reach me at rich.bond@benchmark.us. You can leave a note below, or you can call me at 281-841-1723. Once again, I'd like to congratulate you for taking the time to watch this video. Feel free to forward this to anybody that you feel would benefit from these quick tips. I'm looking forward to being your lifelong friend in the mortgage business.